Zulfikar and his ministry was tasked with ensuring that the NDCs would be given excavators, many excavators, to be able to help them with their drainage work in the communities. And the reason for that is that we wanted the first level of response in the communities to come from the local democratic organs. While we have agriculture doing a great job throughout the country through the NDIA, and they have been going the length and breadth in terms of the main canals, we also have the internal communities, which is the responsibility of the neighborhood democratic councils. And so this is the first phase of equipping them. Later on, the Ministry of Local Government in 2025, during 2025, will roll out an initiative, which is an initiative from the president himself, the rolling out of garbage trucks, compactor garbage trucks for each NDC across the country. So this is one phase of what the Ministry of Agriculture is doing to ensure that we carry out His Excellency as well as the Vice President's instructions, but also to equip the NDCs to be able to manage their functions better. So thank you very much, and I'm very happy to be a part of this exercise.
As Minister Parag rightly said, today you are being empowered. How you will be empowered? Your NDC is being empowered to carry out your duty. Because as a government, we recognize the role, the important role that you have to play. And you is the first tier of government, and you are the first contact with the people in the community. And people depend on you and your NDC to ensure that you develop and you take care of business within the NDC's area. As a government, first of all, as a party, when we went to the local government election, we made certain commitment and promises to the people of this country through the NDC. And a number of those we have already implemented, if not almost all. For example, we said we will not increase rates and taxes, we will not increase fees, we will not put any new burden on the people, but we'll ensure that we do things in a way that will enhance the community. And this is one way that we are enhancing the community. And as Minister Parag rightly said, that the President and our Vice President are very passionate to ensure that local democracy must prevail within the NDCs, within the local organ. And this morning here, we are now, or we'll be handing over to the various NDCs a total of $96 million worth of machinery. And if you listen to the Vice President's press conference yesterday, he only mentioned it, that by the end of this year, all the NDCs will be given a mini-excavator to take care of work within their community. And I want to say in Region 5, we already have all the NDCs in that area already are owner, or not owner, they are having the use of the excavator. And I will talk just now because you remember I said owner, but I will say about what we want to happen within these areas. All the NDCs on the East Coast they have these machinery. Now today, all the NDCs on the East Bank, 6 will be, 2 already have Diamond, and another NDC, and we are giving out 6 this morning to the various NDCs here. And tomorrow we'll see that Region 6 too, we'll give them some over there. So almost all the NDCs or local body within the country will have the use of these excavators. Now, we want these excavators to use for the benefit of the community. Because many times we give out these things, and when ministers or president goes into the community, we are getting serious complaint that these things are used for personal use, they are used for friends and family. We can't do that. We have to ensure that we have a program. Minister Parag will work with you all to develop a program. The NDIA will still be in control. They will have the operator, they will supply the fuel, and we will work with the program. You will be the person to supervise the work. You will be the person to direct the work. You will give us that program, and we will work with your program. So the NDI will still have supervisory control over it. and we will have the operator, because you don't have the capacity to pay the operator. You don't have the capacity to fuel these machines. So Lionel will develop that. He will employ, through the NDIA, employ operators, and through the Ministry of Local Government, we have been working very closely. So we'll have that program. So you all should develop a monthly program so that we can use these machines within the community. We are doing the primary drainage system. Those are the large canals. And we want the internal drain to clean. And as Minister Parag said, you'll be having garbage trucks too. So we are now empowering you. We are now developing these NDCs so that people will not complain. People will not complain. And that's the philosophy of the PPP civic government, to ensure that we empower the grassroots people, we empower these organizations at the community level so that you can be efficient. So I'm happy this morning that we'll be handing over these machines to the NDC. But remember again, let us use it wisely. Let us use it to the benefit of the community. And whenever the president or any other minister go into the community, we must not get complained that these things are used to do work that people don't want. We must get the report that these things are used very efficiently within the NDCs and the municipality, wherever that exists. So I'm happy to be here. Lionel will outline to you all how we'll coordinate it, because as from Monday, I want Lionel these machines to start operate. Minister Parag, I want to work along with your NDC to see if we can get that program so we can start work immediately. And Neil Kumar wouldn't call me when this place around flood again. So you'll help also. I think you all should have a small management committee in the NDC to supervise and manage the affairs of these machines. So let me thank you very much for coming out here. But remember, the president, he is the person who insisted, up to yesterday at cabinet, he insisted that we go to the NDC and we ensure that we give them the kind of equipment so that they can perform their work within the NDC area. And we are happy that we are delivering to the East Bank here today. Thank you very much.
Importantly is that these equipment, if you notice, they have rubber tracks on them. So this allows us to work in any area. Also, in some communities when we work, it's not the idea to excavate the material and leave it alongside the road. You also will inform us if there's a need to cart it away. We have now some trucks within our inventory of equipment, and we can utilize these to move away the material so you leave the carriageway fairly clear. So I think that's in short brief, and as Minister said, we will provide the operator fuel. We would service and maintain these equipment so we can effectively clean these internal drains in the NDC areas. Thank you.
My name is Ramesh Prasad. I'm representing the Eccles-Ramsburg NDC. Well, it's so timely that an initiative that's emanating from the government of Guyana for us to be the recipient of such a machinery that will enhance the progress of our local authority area. So kudos to the government of Guyana and long live them.
Significant step of delivering goods and services to the people. Also, it brings great relief directly to the citizen of the various communities, and also it readily available. It means that every NDC that receives a mini excavator reduce the demands from NDI by 30%. So that cushion that among the percentage that demands from NDI to always respond to the demands of the excavator, and so then in itself that it allow the community also to have a better living standard, because when you have better drainage, their property structure lasts longer, and there's no way it can deteriorate because of water seepage. I want to thank His Excellency, Comrade Irfaan Ali, and Mrs. Zulfikar, Mrs. Sonia Parag, for this great initiative. that did make a difference to all community across Guyana, especially in East Bank. And we managed to experience the first time ever NDC acquired mini excavator 2008. It's Caledonia NDC, and that excavator worked back his money within 3 months. So it's a good investment and it's a massive contribution towards any development in Guyana. And one more important thing I'd like to say, that it built capacity because more person will be employed, more employment create, skill and unskill, and also you're going to expand the capacity of more technicians what were needed for maintenance. So in a sense, it's an opportunity for more employment across Guyana. Thank you very much.
I would like to commend the government of Guyana, particularly our president, vice president, and particularly these two ministers who are with us this morning, Minister Zulfikar Mustapha and Minister Sonia Parag. These pieces of equipment, these 6 pieces of equipment, will surely embolden and strengthen our NDCs. Cleanliness is next to godliness, and we need to keep the place clean. And as such, I'm quite certain that this will provide the necessary tools for to keep the place clean. These 6 excavators is undoubtedly very, very expensive and good. But you know what is more important? Is that Honorable Minister Zulfikar said that he will pay the operators and that he will provide the fuel for these excavators because we did not budget for it in our NDC budget. So this is also very good. And I must say that if each of these excavators work 100 rods every day for 3 months, they will clear the expense that we bought them for. So this is very good by the government. This is most commendable, and I would like to say our heartfelt thanks and give our unflinching support to the government of Guyana. Thank you.
My name is Oscar Ferrier. I'm the chairman of the Haroni Yakabra NDC. First and foremost, I would like to thank the government for this initiative because for our this year's subvention, we would have proposed excavator. The reason being, there's a lot of work to be done in the communities that we represent, and this will take a lot of pressure off of us because person like you got farmers and so on. This would impact directly. So I would like to thank the minister on this for this initiative and hope that our next one will be forthcoming soon. Thank you.